What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Doddsy, and this is your sports show for Friday, April 9th, 2021. Man, there's a big weekend on slate for EOU, man. Go to EOUsports.com and check it out. But, I guess I should give some sponsor love first. Northwest Furniture and Mattress right here in LeGrand. Big red rocking chair. You can't miss it. It's right there on Elm. Go check out their showroom. I saw this cool ad they have on Facebook of a new bed and a new bed set they have. It's right there on Elm. It's a big red rocking chair. You can't miss it. The Daggett family, they're a staple in this community. I say it all the time. Circle. Let's make that circle happen. They support me. I support you with this show, and then you support them. That's how it works. Northwest Furniture and Mattress right here in LeGrand. As for those EOU sports I was talking about, it's a huge weekend at EOU. Tonight at 7 o'clock, your EOU volleyball team will be playing in the Cascade Conference Championships, the semis. You can go to EOUsports.com and stream it right there. Go check it out. Also, tonight at 7 o'clock, we're streaming the high school football game, and I'll be on the call. I'll be there. If you can't get into the game or you just want to stay home and watch it, tune in right here, 7 o'clock. We'll be streaming the game. Tomorrow, EOU softball plays at 11-1. Baseball plays at 1-4. Women's basketball is at 11, and men's basketball is at 1. And then finally, to end the Saturday, like there isn't enough sports going on, the Cascade Conference Championship for volleyball is at 4 p.m., and I'm hoping that our girls are right there in the championship. And then finally on Sunday, there's a doubleheader baseball at 11-2 right here. So for the baseball and softball games, get out there and support them. Mount up. Go to EOUsports.com if you have any more questions. As for my guests today, I have two guests. I did the interview together, and man, it was fun. I love talking to these kids. It's really cool when I can sit there and talk to an offspring of one of my friends, somebody I grew up with, the dude that I double dated to senior prom with, for crying out loud. So without further ado, it's LHS senior volleyball players, Presley Justice and Madison Hanson. I decided this year, like one of the things I wanted to do for the show was give some love to the seniors around the valley. And this is one of them is one of my longtime friends' daughter, but don't think that has any ties to this because it doesn't. So I'm joined by Madison Hanson, Maddie Hanson, and Presley Justice. How's it going?
Good.
Good. So let's start it off with just give me an idea about how volleyball season went this year with COVID.
I think that we're really lucky with how much we got to play. We weren't expecting to get to play that much at all. We were maybe expecting to practice, but we got a lot of practice time in October and then a lot in the last few months, and our season went a lot better than expected. I think that we lost a lot of really good players last year, and a lot of people thought that we weren't going to be able to pull it together this year, but we worked together really well as a team.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think we got farther than we assumed we would, and we definitely proved some people wrong about how we did and how we executed our skills, for sure.
How many seniors are on that team?
We have 6.
6 seniors?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's more seniors on the volleyball team than there are on the football team.
Yeah, and 5 of us were starters.
Yeah.
So, and how many people start in volleyball? 6?
6.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like Eastern Oregon University. The awards just came out today, and you guys probably know their volleyball team is pretty legit. Yeah. And they swept all the awards today for the CCC except for Freshman of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
They're phenomenal. They won Player of the Year, Setter of the Year, Libero of the Year. So what position do you guys play?
I'm a middle front.
Yeah, and I'm a setter and right side.
You're a setter and right side?
Yeah.
So middle front, that means you're a blocker?
Yeah.
Are you tall like your dad?
Yeah, I'm like 5'9".
Yeah, that's not like short by any means. What about you, Presley? How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm about 5'9".
She's like maybe a little taller than me.
You got the middle ground between your mom and dad, Maddie.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, because you would expect like Jake would have like kids that are like my height or his height. We're Jake and I are like, he's a little bit taller than me, but just barely.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about so we'll start with you, Maddie. Volleyball's over. What's next this year, this senior year? COVID weird.
Honestly, I think just next is graduation, and then we have summer, and I'm going to Boise State this fall, so I'll move there in August. But not much other than that. I was going to have track, and that's still kind of being decided, but yeah, not a lot.
Why Boise State?
I love Boise, and it's close enough to home, but still far enough away that I'm not too close, and it's everything about it's just perfect, and I love it there.
Nice. Presley.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna focus on getting some scholarships in, finishing senior year, stuff like that. And then in the fall, I'm gonna be going to Kentucky Christian University to play volleyball.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're the one that your coach was telling me about that's going to Kentucky.
Yeah.
But you play other sports, right?
Yeah, in high school, yeah, I've played tennis and yeah,
softball.
Just volleyball's number one though.
Yeah.
And when you go to Kentucky, so you said you're a setter, but you also said you play the right side. Like, what are you going to specialize in when you go play at Kentucky?
Yeah, I was recruited for a setter and utility hitter. So basically, wherever I can play in the front row. But yeah.
Nice. So here's another question for you, Maddie. If they were going to make a Hollywood movie about you, who would play you, and what would the title of the movie be?
Ooh, that's a really tough one. I'm not great at coming up with things off the top of my head, but maybe I'm like blanking out. Can you think of anybody?
Who's your favorite female actress or male? I mean, I've had a girl say Kevin Hart before.
I think Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, and what's the name of the movie going to be called?
Oof. Something bad, like a disaster, something crazy.
Are you saying that because it takes you so long to return texts?
Yeah.
Presley. Okay, so here's the next one, Presley. If they were going to write a song about you, right? Who's singing it, and what's the name of the song?
I feel like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go.
Something about I don't even know.
That's so hard.
Just like I don't even know.
What's your something in your life that is important to you?
Like friends and going out and doing new things, stuff like that.
So something along those lines.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift just had a new album coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see on Instagram all these posts about, I'm going to be like a 12-year-old again, like Taylor Swift's got a new album coming out. So basically this season, I mean, you guys overexceeded your goals, obviously. I mean, you've already stated that. But what was like the team chemistry like good chemistry? Like obviously if there's 6 seniors, you guys have known each other for quite a while. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it was crazy. Nobody really expected it. Like all of us, we're friendly with each other, whatever, but I've never worked with a team as well as our team worked together this year. It was crazy. We all went out and we worked together and we did our best and we didn't get mad at each other. We had energy and it was all so positive, and practices were fun. Trips were fun. I wish that we could have gone a little farther, but yeah, team chemistry was probably the best I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Presley, a different question for you, Presley. You get to answer this one. Tell me about your relationship with your coach.
Oh, yeah. I've known Melinda for probably like almost my whole life. She's been friends with my parents ever since they moved to LeGrand. But personally, she's the reason that I started playing volleyball. She got me into playing club at our local club, Eastern Oregon Volleyball Club. And that's whenever I started to become more serious about volleyball and, have more fun and enjoy it. So yeah, I have a really good relationship with Melinda, and I'm really fortunate to have gotten to know her as a friend, teacher, and coach.
I think that we've all worked with Melinda for so long and formed such great relationships with her. It's just, it's definitely going to be hard to leave, for sure.
Do you guys like pineapple on pizza?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Presley, you're on my team.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing we've ever disagreed on.
Oh, pineapple on pizza is horrible.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food, Presley?
I like shrimp.
You like shrimp? Me too. Can't go wrong. What about you, Maddie?
That's so tough. I love mac and cheese.
Like in the box or homemade?
Box.
Box?
I had it last night after dinner.
Have you had the Cheetos version of it?
Oh, I have.
I have, but I thought that they only had the hot Cheetos kind.
Yeah, that's all I've seen. I don't eat it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do spicy stuff.
No?
Kind
No spicy. I like it hot. I've done the one chip challenge. I've eaten the tube of nuts. Oh yeah. That's rough too. So let's move on. We'll talk about now, like Presley, we'll start with you. What are you going to go to school for? Like what are your dreams? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, for the longest time, I wanted to go into elementary education. I wanted to be an elementary school teacher since like 5th grade, but then this year I kind of found more of an interest in like psychology and becoming something like a psychologist, studying things like that and helping people with that kind of stuff. And just my main goal in life is to like impact other people's lives and help other people.
Same question for you, Maddie.
Kind of the same thing here. I always wanted to be a nurse, but this year my plans kind of changed. I'm going to do psychology and same thing, become a therapist though, and hopefully work with kids that also have ADHD and just be able to, help kids with the same thing I do.
Hats off to you guys, because I had that same idea when I went to college, believe it or not. I wanted to be a counselor, and it changed quickly after I started working in the field, because it is extremely challenging, and it is it's really hard to leave work at work and not bring it home when you're working with other people and their, what's going on in their life. And it just got to the point where I was on call all the time, and I was just like, man, this is just too much. I got to change something.
Yeah.
But hats off to you guys. I mean, we got to have people like that in this world. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that we live in a society where people are afraid to talk about their emotions and their feelings with friends or family, and they have to go to a counselor. I mean, we should be able to handle that internally, like with our family and our friends and our group, our circle. But we live in a society where, especially for males, and not to get off the track here, but especially for males, it's not okay for guys to talk to each other about their emotions. So hats off to you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like men aren't allowed to have emotions, and that's not how it should be. So
you are, 100%. Who do you guys both have your phones?
Yeah.
Okay, pull it out and open it up.
Okay.
Go to your playlist and tell me what the last song you listened to is.
Ooh. Streets by Doja Cat.
Streets by Doja Cat.
Babysitter by DaBaby.
Oh, wow. Hey, so I have kids that are just a little bit younger than you. So I pay attention to it's funny, the whole are you the baby? You the baby? Oh my gosh, my son was here for spring break, and that's all he said the entire time. I said, you say that again, I'm gonna strangle you. It's ridiculous. And then I had a volleyball player on from EOU, and I'm like, what's your song? What's your song? And she says, the baby practice. And I use these songs on Instagram, and I'm like looking through it, trying to find a spot where it would be even halfway appropriate. And there was nothing. So I just threw it up there anyway. I was like,
yeah, you might not. Yeah.
the music's so what's acceptable music wise is so different today than it was when me and your dad were your age. Like you ain't gonna see back then, like it was like risque to even just say certain words. Now you got songs like WAP or WAP or whatever you guys call it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
This world's it's weird. But anyway, so
some of the songs that we play at practice and we have to have like clean versions of it, but then it's just like bleeped out the whole song.
Yeah, the whole song. It's just there's really no point. Really. Anyways, okay, so to wrap it up, I'm just gonna like give you guys a little bit of time each to like thank whoever. Just take the floor and it's up to you, like who you want to thank and what you want to say. So Presley, you go first.
Okay. I think first off, I just want to thank my family, my parents for getting me to all the volleyball tournaments and practices and stuff like that. My little sister for always being a good support system, all the coaches I've had in the past, but like most importantly, and Melinda, Teresa Dowdy, Cindy Williams, and Karen Houghton. All my teammates for always making sure we always have a good time, and making everybody laugh and just being there for each other. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Maddie?
Well, first off, definitely my family, my parents. They've done everything for me, taken me to every club tournament, everything, every practice. And my mom was my first volleyball coach. She, in 4th and 5th grade, she coached me. And Melinda Becker, she's been coaching me since the kids' camps, maybe even before that when we were so little. And Melinda Becker, Cindy Williams, Teresa Dowdy, Karen Houghton, we've had the same coaches the whole time. But they're the best. They've done so much. They've taught me everything that I know. But I think most importantly, my family. They're the best, and they are my support system.
Good. Mrs. Dowdy was the volleyball coach when I was in high school.
Yeah. She was.
That's a long time ago.
For my freshman team.
Wow.
It was her first year back in like 20 years or something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not 20.
Let's see. Me and your dad, we were in high school 24 years ago.
I kind of think Daddy's last year coaching was 2007. So
that's like roughly 14 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
So I guess we'll talk about one more thing before I get you guys out of here, and that would be like, I try to ask everybody this, and I forgot, and I just want to know what your guys' take on it real quick. How, like the whole COVID thing, like mental health wise, like how has that affected this whole senior thing for you guys?
A lot. It's been crazy. It's, getting our junior year cut off right in the middle and then not having a senior year. We're lucky with what we've had, definitely. I think we've had a lot more than a lot of other people in bigger cities and stuff, but it's been a lot. It really affected, I think, everybody's mental health, definitely. And I think, but also it's kind of helped us come to realize, like, as a nation, how much, that can affect people, and not going to school and not doing these things and seeing people all the time. And so I think that we've learned a lot. And I think that as we move out of COVID, hopefully soon, I think a lot of things will change. So I think
Presley?
It's affected a lot.
Yeah, I think that through this whole thing, it's made a lot of people realize like how much they should appreciate things more and stuff. And it's definitely made me appreciate like school, seeing my teachers every day, and, being able to play sports with my parents in the gym, and, and like having a senior night and, having all my friends there. It's, completely different and unexpected, and it's very unfortunate. But I could definitely agree with the whole mental health thing. It has affected a lot of people, but also with like their academics and maybe at home lives. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get out of it soon.
Yeah, the biggest worry for me, like through all of COVID, has been kids. And when I say kids, I talk kids college age and down. And the scariest thing for me is just the lack of social interaction. And I like to relate it to like back when me and your dad were your guys' age. We would have been in big trouble if COVID would have hit back then, because we didn't have social media. We didn't have, nobody had cell phones when we were seniors in high school. They were barely even out.
Yeah.
And that means we wouldn't have seen our friends or talked to our friends. And so I always like to ask like the newer generation that's actually going through it, like how it feels and what, you know.
I think that having our phones, like if we weren't able to communicate with our friends through quarantine and all of that, I think it would have been crazy. And through online school and all that, like I don't think it would have been possible the way that we made it happen, just like when you guys were kids.
Yeah.
It worked.
The word that always comes to mind for me is like perseverance. And that's what us as humans do. We persevere and we get through things, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges along the way or repercussions in the future. You know what I mean? That's where my worry lies, is like what's the repercussions of this, you know, like down the road.
Yeah. That's, I guess we don't know yet. And that's what's crazy, but yeah, 20 years down the road, how's it going to affect us? What are we missing? What did we miss out on in those years? And you think about like so many people have had they've turned 2 years older, like during quarantine, and like during COVID, it's like I've had 2 COVID birthdays, like, and that's crazy. It's been so long, and it's just been such, like, I don't know. Everybody that you talk to talks about like that time in their life during quarantine, like what happened and how it affected them. And just like, we're going to talk about this
forever. It's going to be in the history books. There's no doubt. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, and
thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Eastern Oregon, this is LeGrand High School seniors, Presley Justice and Maddie Hanson. I'm Doddsy, and we're out. Thank you guys. Great interview. Sweet girls. I mean, I'm all for these girls. Let's go. Reach your dreams, girls. This is all brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress right here in LeGrand. I linked their website right down here. Go check it out. Go check out their showroom. You won't be disappointed. If you need a new bed, if you need a new chair, if you need a new couch, if you need a new computer chair. I'm sitting in a computer chair right now from Northwest Furniture and Mattress. You can't miss with these guys. Get there. Northwest Furniture and Mattress right here in LeGrand. That's all I got for a Friday, Eastern Oregon. I appreciate you. Have an awesome weekend. I'm Doddsy, and I'm out.